This week I decided to watch War of the Worlds 2, The Next Wave. It has the guy from the 80s movie Soul Man, C. Thomas Howell. He stars and directs this quote-unquote movie. Perhaps the C stands for crap. It also has the guy in Kid and Play, who at least seems like he's having fun getting work these days. A few things really stick out about this movie. Poor voice dubbing, low voiceovers, bad special effects, jumbled script, duplicating multiple shots again and again, and stating something clearly in dialogue that then the visuals did not back up. A couple of examples of this, they would say, "Hold your fire," but then the ships clearly would be firing.
Sir, permission to fire.
Alpha, no firing. Save your weapons for the mothership.
This is Alpha, listen up.
Do not engage. I repeat, do not engage.
Here's another good one about not touching the walls.
Run! Don't touch the wall!
Apparently it's okay to touch the walls after all. The structure of the story is weird to me. The main guy, who you're supposed to relate to and feel bad about his plight, does a horrible job at acting, and he never made me as a viewer care. Now the sidekick, who is supposed to just be the token minority character and sort of a pain in the butt, ends up being the most fun and believable character in the whole movie. He should have been the main guy in the story.
I'm not your fucking Job. You can't just take my wife and my kid and my life and leave me here.
You would think that because this is War of the Worlds 2, it would just use stuff previously shown in the movie and in the book. But instead it borrows heavily from Independence Day and Fire in the Sky. They keep introducing subplots that never really pay off, and they're never even returned to, like the boy's mother, or the girl with the special blood ability. Oddly, in a science fiction movie, the science fiction is weak, and that should really be the strong point. The sets are too similar to cheap old Doctor Who episodes. Apparently there's no intelligent characters left in the entire universe, even though most of the characters are presented to us as the best that humanity has left on the planet. They even try to throw in a plot twist about time travel, but then they do nothing with it. Oh, I almost forgot. One actress does a really horrible southern accent, and it's quite annoying.
Except I noticed this extension leading to a vortex generator. Or so I thought. What we're really looking at is a UHF frequency modulator. Well, comparatively speaking.
I know this is a low-budget movie, and when you consider the budget and compare it to other films in the same range, well, it still really sucks. Take, for example, the original Star Trek series. Roddenberry operated on a shoestring budget. He had virtually no special effects technology to use, and they still did a much better job. I guess the difference is the people making Star Trek actually cared. The writers tried harder, and the actors had charm. Pretty much every element of Star Trek was better, even though the budget was low and the effects were cheesy, and that was about 50 years ago. Granted, having a big budget in and of itself does not guarantee a good movie, but having a low-budget film should not guarantee a poor movie. I guess the guys making this just didn't get the memo. The movie is boring, and seems to be an easy cash grab. When no one making the movie seems to love it, then the audience can't be expected to be interested in it. The story itself has huge flaws. We're supposed to believe that the Earth has been in shambles for 2 years following the original attack. However, all the roads are pristine. Not even one tree is knocked down. Even though there's a gas shortage, the lawns are cut nicely. And even with that shortage, the main character has a huge pickup truck. The main character runs out of gas during the day, buys 3 gallons, and then drives all night. It's even crazier once you realize his truck only takes diesel fuel. There's a safe compound with other people that know the main character, they respect his work, they could use him, but for no reason he stays at home with his son. They even welcome his son, so that's not the problem. They say there are other children at the compound for him to play with. The only reason they aren't at the compound is so that the terrible screenwriters can abduct the child later in the story. There are so many plot holes and so many stupid decisions that the viewer is left not even knowing where to start to begin to make fun of it. It's just a mess.